Turn the backlight on. No.
Years old. I mean, 5 kids. I'm sorry. Um, my mother is an immigrant from Mexico, and it was hard raising 5 kids on her own. But through all the adversity, I mean, it made me who I am, and I'm very grateful for that. And so I know that getting to my goals that I set for myself and have set for myself, I know it'll be hard, but through passion, focus, and determination, I know that it can be accomplished. And so I have this neat picture over here. It's about a man who was so close to his goal, but then decided to give up. And I just find it crazy that you could be just a day away from reaching your goal of getting that job that you wanted to be a filmmaker, and if you just decided the day before that you wanted to quit, and your chances are ruined. So to me, my recommendation for you is really search into your soul, and just, if you don't know where you want to start, and like you don't know what your goals are for your life, you need to just sit down and really search inside what it is that calls your name. What do you enjoy doing? What do you want to do? Because I know I had a really hard time. Like, I knew I wanted to be successful, but I just wasn't sure who I wanted to be and what I wanted to do as a career. And I just decided this year, so I'm really happy that I now have like goals set for myself. And with me having goals set for myself, I know how to get it done, and I know now, like, I'm sure of who I am and who I want to be. And I recommend you guys to really just search for what you want to do, because once you know what you want to do, I just feel like it'll be way much easier in order to get it done. And I know that a lot of people may doubt you, this and that. A lot of them think you could afford college. A lot of people told me that, why are you doing that? You should just get married. But I told them, no, I'm sorry. I don't want to live the way I was raised, and therefore I'm gonna continue my education and just make myself better. And I got this picture from the internet. So it's a really pretty house. It's not mine yet. But I really get inspired by looking at houses, because I've never lived in a house where I was proud of. I've always like had friends come over, and it was kind of like, oh, like it's too many people in the living room. Like, oh, I don't have my own room. Like, it's a little uncomfortable for me sometimes. But what I like to do is go sometimes around my area where I live. I mean, I live in a really low-income site, but then you cross the street and it's like really big houses, so it's awesome. I get to see that, and I just really get inspired by looking at houses, because I'm like, one day I can live in a house like this, or one day I can buy my mom a house. She's tried applying so many times. She has great credit, but doesn't have the income. And even though she works 11 hours a day, 6 days a week, it's just not enough. And I just wish that one day I can buy her a house, even though, because I know she can't do it by herself. And I know my siblings, even though I have 4 other siblings, I don't see it going, I don't see it happening. So I know that I'm the one who needs to do it, and I will do it. And I just think she pushes me really hard, because obviously, if you guys don't know, this is my house that I moved into when I was a year old, and don't make fun of it, because that's still where I live. It's the house we moved into. My mom did have a house once, and we had to let it go because we had to escape gang violence that we were dealing with. It was in this famous city of Compton. I'm sure you guys heard of that, because the songs, you know, they have a really bad reputation. So we had to escape that bad city, so we moved to this house, which is in Paramount, right next to it. And it was already tough on my mom losing her house, and I was 1 at the time, and she still had to buy me diapers. And she tells me stories of how she would have to go buy me diapers with pennies, and it's just kind of sad glad to hear, like, wow, I was raised that way. And I've come such a long way, so it's just, I'm really happy for that. So this is a picture. We struggled even more because when I was 2, my dad was put in jail, in prison for 8 years for drug trafficking. He was caught by the DEA. And so it just put my family and my mom into more of a financial situation because she had to do double the work. And she had 5 kids, so it was just tough. But what I admire from my mom is that she always found a way to get the bills paid for rent, paid for food. And apart from that, like, she was a great mother. And I just have a picture of my mother's tamales because that's what we paid our bills and rent and everything with. Even though it was a hassle, we had to help her out as well. It's not like she did it by herself. We almost like did teamwork with each other. We would help my mom pay the bills by helping her out with the food and cutting and doing a lot. And fortunately, we still make them. And I know that once I help her out, once I get my career, we'll stop making them finally. And she still does a lot of things on the weekends. Even when she's out of work, she'll still make empanadas and this and that and to sell. But it gets us through, and I always admire how hard she works, and I think it's great. And even though she had to pay for so many things and pay it all herself and have 5 kids and do all this for us, she still managed to put us in sports in order to keep us out of trouble, out of gang violence, out of the drugs and everything that's around us. She put me since I was little, as you can see, the picture right here. I was probably 8 years old. And I think it was a good thing for me because it's taken me this far. It's paid for my education. And I'm just really happy that I don't have to pay out of my pocket. I get to do what I like and also get my school paid for. Playing softball sometimes was hard because you see all the kids who usually are in sports are well off. Their parents can pay for their equipment. They have time extra. They're just people who are normally well off. And for me, it was a little hard because my mom didn't always buy me the cleats, the gloves, the bat. I've never owned a bat out of the 12 years that I've played. I haven't bought a glove since I was 8 years old, but I'm just thankful that my coaches have always saw so much potential in me that they always bought me my equipment. And I still, even from today, my coach here at Odessa, he still buys me things and he'll hook me up because he knows our situation and it's really helpful. And just want to let you guys know that if you think that it's too late to accomplish your dreams, it's not, because my dad is 54. He had a dream of coming up with, he likes to write music and he's had it written for years, but he just never had the money to get a CD. But finally this year, his dream came true at age 54, and he has his first CD, and he plans to continue his music. And I just think it's a good thing for me. He pushes me as well. He had a lot of doubters. He tried to get his music out there, and a lot of people didn't approve. But he continued, and he did not care what people had to say to him. And he finally got his dream, and I just think that's something I admire, and I just want to do the same for them that they've done for me. And I just want to, as I told you guys before, I want to be a school counselor and push kids through education. And I just think that it's made me who I am, and I just want to thank you guys for being here.
I want to make a movie about you.
Thank you.
Now, okay, did you say...
Is a happy person, and then he'll have his CD selling after, and a lot of people support him. He has great music.
Does that income come to your family as well now?
Excuse me?
Does he sell with your mom?
Yes.
And so does that help with the
Yeah,
expenses?
it helps. But I mean, they still have to work a lot because they get paid $8, $9. Like, it's not a lot, especially if you have so many. I mean, my sister, my brother, and I are in college sometimes. I mean, I don't ask for money. I have a job, but sometimes, like, oh, Mom, I need $40 for this, and they have to help us out. And they're always supporting us because she knows that. I mean, we have something going for ourselves, and she wants to be there to support us.
I would never guess. Because you're so put together and so well educated and so athletic, and I don't think you have anything to be but proud of your family. And I liked your house. I thought it was cute. Now I'm not inside of there trying to sleep with everybody.
Yeah,
Maybe a
we
little
have to sleep
crowded.
on top of each other. Well,
Yeah.
right now now it's
The
just
dorms are probably like spaceships.
yeah. Right now it's just my sister and my parents, but
Okay.
my brother and my sister come back from college and me, and then so
Right.
right now they're fine, but then when we go
When
back,
you go
it's
back,
like,
it'll be crazy.
Where to put my suitcase?
So it's California.
hmm
Okay. What part? Is it near LA?
Yeah, I'm in LA County, but have you guys heard of Compton and Long Beach?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So I'm right next
That's
to
you
that.
guys. That's where Freedom Riders is.
Yeah. So, I mean, the crazy thing about California is that, like, I can go 30 minutes one way and it's beautiful mansions, but then I go 30 minutes that way and it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
So I live kind of near the ghetto side of Long Beach, but it's really, I like where I live, and I'm proud of where I come from. I was born and raised in that city, so
I'm proud of you.
thank you.
I did not know your full story. Even what I'd read, I didn't catch all the details. So, you still recording? It's fine. It was wonderful. I mean, you have a TED Talk here. Yours good.
That was
Whoever-
really good.
You guys agree? And if you were a filmmaker, would you be all over that?
Yeah.
You need to be doing an autobiography film piece. I mean, it is powerful, powerful message. You are everything that we want to see happen at Odessa College. You could be like the poster child of it. And I'm sure a lot of you have this kind of story if we bring it up. I'm not saying it's only her, okay? But you're everything we want to see. You are going to change the lives of yourself and your family by what you're doing. And I hope you realize every time you're taking a test or calling you for $40, that's an investment that's going to pay off. I forget what is your major going to be?
Counseling.
Counseling?
Counseling.
Yeah,
So you're
that's
going to change
awesome.
lives and make money doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a study you might want to look up called The House for My Mother that talks about motivating students, and that if we don't give them a why, which is that's your why,
Yeah.
that there's no reason for them to be in college, but you're connected to that vision. And the
And
story is called
I
The
even
House
have
for
a
My Mother.
goddaughter where I try to push her because her parents don't really tell her anything about education, and she does bad in school, and she thinks she's cool. But I try to show her like why college is important. And she I just feel like some students really don't know why. Like, what is college? What is that for? More school, why? But they don't really see the outcomes you get from it.
I think we need to capture this message and use it if you're willing to help inspire other students. So we need to think through, and that would be a dual project between you as a speaker and the MassCom group. You know, and we may have to look when we do our documentary next semester at how to get her here. That might be part of our budget because you're going to be in Arizona, right?
New Mexico.
Yeah, that's not so far.
It's like, well, it's more up north.